Welcome back to Patrick Christie's Tonight Only on GB News. Now, 10 Raise the Colours activists have been banned from travelling to France after being accused of destroying small boats used by illegal migrants attempting to reach the UK. Now, the French Interior Ministry confirmed today that the ban prevents the group from entering or remaining in French territory. So, well, my understanding of that is basically ever going to France. So, the French have accused them of being far-right activists. They say they carry out these vigilante-style slashings of the small boats. Be interesting to see what evidence they have for that, though, of course. The Operation Raise the Colours began as a grassroots campaign around August last year, encouraging Brits to fly the St George's Cross and the Union Jack in public. Now, towards the end of the year, some members of the group travelled to northern France to see the illegal migrant crisis for themselves, and they reported on it whilst they were over there. In doing so, many people felt as though they embarrassed the French police a bit, and then here we are. Well, I'm joined now by the co-founders of Raise the Colours. It's Ryan Bridge and Elliot Stanley. Thank you very much for joining us in the studio.
Thank you.
Great to have you. Why did you, and do you, want to go over there then?
Well, firstly, obviously started as a flag movement in Birmingham, and it sort of took on from there. And we all know the real problem of what's going on in the country, and it's the illegal invasion of these illegal migrants, economic migrants coming into our country. And we thought we'd go and see for ourselves. And on doing so, we went into the country, and within sort of 5 or 10 minutes, there was a camp and another camp and people moving, and you can see it was all being orchestrated throughout Calais, all the way up and down the coast, and we monitored it, and we thought from doing a good thing on the flags, we thought we'd look to try and save the country and have a go at, you know, bit of patriotism and getting to where the real problem was.
And so what does that look like? So when you guys were over there, because obviously what the French police or the French government have said, right, is that firstly they've accused you of being far right. I'll obviously let you come back to that, but also some things about, you know, stealing life jackets and slashing boats and interrupting police operations and things. That's what they're claiming. So what is it that you guys were doing out there?
I would refute the claim where we have interrupted any police operations at all. Everything we've done has been lawful and legal over there, from our understanding. We have found some destroyed boats in the sand dunes. You know, they were destroyed when we found them, unbelievably. And we have monitored we've been in the sand dunes at 3 in the morning, monitoring the activity of the migrants, monitoring the activity of the police and the military over there. We soon worked out that it's a big orchestrated ploy from our understanding. The NGOs are helping to facilitate the movement of the illegal migrants over there. But we haven't done, as I said, we haven't done anything what we believe is illegal. And we have no intention of doing anything that is illegal.
And on that, so the police and the French government have been pretty strong here, right? They're essentially banning probably both of you personally, but the wider movement.
10 of us in what we, you know, at the start, and people have joined and whatnot, and then we've got a massive following at raisethecolours.org.uk. People behind us are just unbelievable. People really, I think the whole country's woken up to see that if we can go there and discover what we've discovered, how come the police in France are not doing anything about it? How come our police aren't doing anything about it? And I think that we've got them sort of quaking in their berets or their boots, as you say. So I believe that what we're doing at Raise the Colours is not going to stop. We're not going to stop doing what we've got planned. We want to do this legally, lawfully, and we want to orchestrate to...
Well, talk to me about that. Talk to me about that, because some people have a fear, maybe, that, you know, some blokes going over there, it might only take one person to get a bit carried away. You might, you know, accidentally have some bloke who goes over there who turns out to be a bit of a nutter, and something happens, they start attacking people or whatever else. They might think that they're absolutely in favour of the broader sentiment of what it is that you're doing, which is, you know, trying to raise awareness of the migrant crisis, but they think that maybe there's the possibility of this being incredibly risky. So what would you say to that?
Well, we've had a lot of people want to get involved in what we're doing. We don't want to say no to anybody, but what we have done, we've put a stringent application process in place, which is a 3-part process, and we are going to make sure we weed out anybody that is potentially, as you said, going to be reckless over there, and we board with our objectives.
And what does that mean then? So what would be because this business of they're saying that you've been slashing boats, I think when people hear that, what it sounds like, right, is that you guys have gone into the sea, there's been these migrants in the boats, these illegal migrants in the boats, and that you've been slashing the dinghies.
I think we all know these guys. You know, we're not animals. We are the people. We are real people. We're fathers, brothers. We're businessmen, we're family men, and we have gone out there and seen what's going on. And this isn't people, this isn't women, this isn't children. We're not lunatics, we're not barbarians. We're fathers, brothers, cousins, whatever. And what we are is people that have just had enough. And I think the country's had enough. So we've gone out there to look at this. And I think for us to be a headline today to saying they're going to look to ban us from doing nothing, because we haven't done anything illegal. But
you're not slashing boats in the water.
We are not slashing boats categorically in the water whatsoever. And we are not harming, we are not looking to cause any harm or distress on anybody. We are literally there to oversee what the French police should be seeing. And that's what we're doing on those beaches.
We would never have any intention of putting anybody in harm's way. If it was somebody from our side or from the illegal side, there was no way we'd put anybody in harm's way. We'd never jeopardise anybody.
So the headline today should have been the 176 illegal people that are tonight in our country. We've found tuberculosis tablets on the beach. I believe there's an outbreak in the local hospital of that, and all these factors that are going to go into place tonight, where these people are going to be shipped all around the country to God knows whose town, in what HMO, in what hotel, and all these crises that are going on in the country. That's what we're there at Raise the Colours to do, and we're going to look at stopping this full stop in 2000.
And when you say stopping it, so what kind of stuff are you talking about here?
We want to open the eyes to the government, to all the agencies, and we want to show what is going on over there and here.
So basically, in your views, by essentially permanently reporting on a day-to-day basis what it is, to the point where it embarrasses the French police enough or the British authorities.
Exactly that, Patrick. What we've done so far, I think, has embarrassed them, because legally we've done nothing wrong, and for them to want to ban people from Raise the Colours, it just shows that we are making noise.
And just on this, because this is an interesting point, I think, because you've been over there a few times.
10 times, Patrick.
Right.
Yeah,
and have you been detained when you've been there?
I've been detained 3 times in one day by 3 different French organisations. I've seen the same undercover French car on the beach 3 times, which is an undercover jeep. We've seen the illegals looking to circumnavigate across from camp to camp. We know when they're being facilitated, because they stop doing the big pots of stew in the camps, then it's takeaway sandwiches, so we know that's the day they're going to move. This isn't an operation where you've got to be a scientist to work it out. You know when these people are going to move. You can tell by the weather what's going on, and it can be easily stopped. And it's a complete disgrace of what's going on. It's been going on for 20 years, and it's got to stop.
OK, all right. Well, look, thank you very, very much for coming on. Obviously, you won't be personally in France anytime soon, by the sounds of things.
Well, you never know.
Well, we'll see what happens, I suppose. But there we go. Well, look, thank you very, very much for coming on. Those are the co-founders of Raise the Colours, Ryan Bridge and Elliot Stanley. Just reacting to that news that the French authorities made that unprecedented announcement today, really, that they're banning certain people